Along with the coach, Ben Braun, Roxy Burnsley with you. So 6 straight wins for Cal here at Haas Pavilion. They're starting to figure some things out, and Andre Kelly, Ben, is playing at a really high level for the Golden Bears.
Well, Roxy, I stopped by practice yesterday, and you're right. They're feeling great about themselves, and why not? Andre Kelly's playing the best basketball of his career. He's being double and triple teamed, but double team, no problem. He's getting to the rim, but he's also now improving his game, stepping out to the high post area, and he's becoming a threat from there as well. I really like Jordan Shepherd. I like his ability to attack off the dribble. He's really quick. You can see he just blows by. They work on this every day in practice, and believe it or not, they work on the finish. They've got coaches there with all kinds of paraphernalia.
Delta Faucet, touch of the game, and Coach Ben Braun, I bet it involves dunks.
Absolutely, and why not? We've been keeping our producer Dave Feldman busy with all these replays all day long, and what a great highlight film. Just a great look at Chimezie Metu, but not to be outdone. How about Washington State coming back and showing their ability to play high above the rim, not only with their post guys, but with their guard.
Well, they're doing a few things, actually. They're playing 2-3 zone, which has helped them keep some guys out of foul trouble. Let Jordan McLaughlin get a rest. You got to keep him fresh. And I think they're playing well in transition. They're doing a good job, but Jordan McLaughlin's been the key to their team.
They're trying to deny Arabu. The problem is they've got Josh Hawkinson on the other end, and he sees the floor. He's tall, he's lanky, and he can find guys. He's got great pinpoint passing. 9 assists in his last game. Just incredible what he does to find his teammates. Kent's Cougars are playing better. They haven't had a lot to show for it in terms of wins, but boy, they're doing a much better job in keeping games close. They just really struggled down the end a little bit down the stretch. You're right, Benny Buckets is a guy that's given their team a big lift in a big way. How about being out 15 games, Greg, and coming back to do what he's done? 23 points, going inside, knocking down shots, going over the top of people, rebounding.
Well, I think it is. Another reason, too, Mike, and Ashley, is because of the shot clock. You know, a lot of teams like to full court press. Oregon was very successful at that. They full court press. They come back and they play into a zone. So now you've eaten up about 10, 15 seconds of the shot clock. Your team is only on defense for about 10, 12 seconds. If you can't get your guys to sit in the stands for 12 seconds, you're in trouble.
Said Z-O-N-E. You will probably see both teams going to a little bit more zone. Although, you know, guy, when you're down, it's hard to sit back in the zone because, you know, you feel like the time goes off the clock. You want to get back in the game. But when it's a close game in the shot clock, zone is a good move. And here they go again, back to the zone. And Washington struggled a little bit with the zone the first half. They were not in the same rhythm.
Andre Kelly and Cam Krzysztofiak draws the charge.
Well, that's a really good defensive move, and the reason I say that, Roxy, you're one-on-one isolating the post. There's no help side defense in the middle of the floor. It's just mano-on-mano. You got to defend, and defend he did. He took the charge, so excellent job. You can see it here. He's just able to move his feet, get set, and Andre's trying to go to strength and beat his opponent to the basket. Let me pick your basketball brain now as you're watching this team, and obviously you're familiar with Dartmouth, but also with Cal. You've coached against them for years.
Right.
You know, what do you notice? What's it like playing against the Princeton type offense and defending? It's harder than it looks to our viewers, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of movement. You know, there's a couple of 5th and 6th year seniors on this Dartmouth team, Aaron Rye and Brennan Barry, so they provide a little bit of stability for some of the new guys. But, you know, if they keep the ball moving side to side, I think they get some pretty good opportunities. The difference that I see in the game right now is we're getting Cal to miss plenty of shots, but we can't get a rebound. You know, I'm not sure they would have scored if we can get some rebounds, and that's where you get into the athletic differences between the Pac-12 guy and an Ivy League guy.
Good point.
Coach Ben Braun, Roxy Burnsley with you. And Ben, Cal's coming off a win against East Carolina, 70-62 this past Friday night. Wasn't necessarily a great performance, but they got a win. They need to start playing well here toward the end of November.
Well, Roxy, they cannot go to sleep on Sam Houston State. This is a program that's won 50 games over the last 2 years, so they very well may be tested again this evening.
Come back with Ben Braun. I'm David Salzman. A 5-point Texas A&M Corpus Christi lead, but the Lions led by 10 early. What have the Islanders done to be able to get back and have this lead at the break?
Well, first of all, they've taken advantage of being able to offensive rebound, David. What's happened is Southeastern's not had the ability to get out and transition and go. They've now had to instead go up against a set, pressure-oriented A&M Corpus Christi defense.
4 rebounds now, 3 blocks, 75 on the season.
But you got to think twice when you get by your defender, because you get by, you have to finish. Jalen Hinton he's like a vacuum inside. He's just attracted to the ball. He really can put his body in position and his hands on the ball. Really talented player defensively.
You know what's also impressive about his defensive play? He hasn't been called for a foul in over 80 minutes of action.
Incredible. I mean, that's just incredible. I've not seen an aggressive player like that with that stat. That's discipline, though, Dave. That's why I think he's a next-level player, because he's so clever and he's very disciplined in what he does. He's athletic, but he never seems to be out of control. Boy, do I have nightmares about those backdoors, Roxy, as you know, facing the teams we did in the Ivy League. That's just excellent execution.
And a 3 rattles out from Sam Alajiki.
Don't think Mark Fox likes the quick shots. You know, they don't want to be on defense the whole game. And when you come down and take quick shots, you find yourself playing from behind and just grinding away on defense. I think they need to have the ball in their hands a little longer.
And it's interesting because Cal is a backdoor cut and a reverse lay-in again. Aaron Rye for Dartmouth. An 11-6 lead as the Big Green have come in, and they've attacked Cal.
And they have. It's his vintage Princeton, and you'll see what's going to happen. But we got to go in on our hands, Roxy. 11-6, Dartmouth in the lead.
You've been a part, as a head coach, of conference tournament crowns. Besides knowing you're going to the Big Dance, your best memories being around the team and staff.
Oh, boy, there's so many, David. I can't just give you one, but, you know, getting into the tournament and advancing, there's nothing like it. There really isn't. Your players really, it's a lifetime experience. They remember it. Their reunions are built around it.
Joe Kasperzik off the market. You made a Sweet 16 at Eastern Michigan, but also at Cal. Compare the joy of that, though, to something like winning one big leagues like at Eastern Michigan.
David, I do know Eastern Michigan going for the first time ever in its history with Grant Long there as a senior, you know, taking the team, a freshman Lorenzo Neely. The Thomas twins went on to go to 2 tournaments in the Sweet 16. You know, it's really special to see those kids enjoy that, your university, your town come together and join you for that trip, and, you know, get a chance to go play in the Carrier Dome, win games, 2 games, go to the NCAA Sweet 16, beating Duke one year with Earl Boykins and crew. That was really special, and you don't do that if you don't win this game. Right. You know, we would not have won those games, had a chance to play on in the tournament if you don't win your conference tournament, especially at a mid-level school. You were fortunate at a higher level school you could get in as an at-large, but these teams have to earn their way.